There are three ways of living life: one in misery and victimhood, the other in control and ownership, and the third in surrender and faith. When we first start, most of us are living the first way, thinking that it is the external situations that are controlling us. We struggle, get disappointed, fail, blame, cry, get depressed, get anxious, get shattered, and sometimes even lose hope. Some people keep traveling in the same loop of hopelessness and helplessness and end up living the same life of misery throughout their years on this planet. However, there are a few people who see a deeper and more subtle dimension of life. These people are able to see the truth of how our minds create our reality, how we create our own reality, and how we are much more powerful than our external situations. When these people realize the power of their will, their intention, and their mind, they start to take control of their lives, and when they do so, they start experiencing shifts in their life. And as they start seeing these shifts, this further reinforces their beliefs of how they create their own reality. At this stage, it becomes easy to understand that the external world is nothing but a reflection of our own beliefs and our inner reality. As we shift our beliefs, so does our external reality. As we start working on ourselves, so does our external world, and as we start believing in our own worth to receive abundance, so does the universe start providing us with it. This is no new principle or law, it is the law of the universe, the law of attraction you may call it, the law of cause and effect, or the law of reciprocation, but the universe is nothing but a mirror. It gives you whatever you are on the inside, and that's why they say the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. The one who already trusts they'll have wealth will have wealth, the ones who trust they'll receive love will receive it, and the ones who have faith in their healing actually heal. The proverb from the Bible, "For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he," actually speaks of how our beliefs create our reality and how with the power of our will and intention we can create our dream life. If I have to say it in other words, it would be like attracts like. Everything is energy, and energy has a frequency, which means that we are all energy and we are all operating on a certain frequency. What we attract or experience in life is what we are, or whatever frequency we are vibrating at. If we want to change our experiences or external circumstances, all that we have to do is start vibrating at the frequency of our desires. But how do we do it? We do it first by getting into our hearts and finding out what is it that we truly desire. Once our heart tells us what we truly desire, we then need to take the actions that get us there. But that's not a cakewalk. Why? Because our mind gets in the way. From what we heard as children or suffered in the past, we tend to limit ourselves and start believing in lack. However, the truth is that we have always been abundant and will always be. And ultimately, as we achieve what we truly desire, all that's left to be done is to be grateful and become love. So then the daily practice remains is to do our work honestly every single day, love ourselves and others, tap into our hearts and find out what is our true desire, and then do what's needed to fulfill those desires. And lastly is to stay open to receive the abundance of life.